want to review recent events, you should check the corpus. Why not open your ring terminal and take a quick look?
Order accepted. Thank you.
This the right size? Yes, sir.
Alligator.
Sure it is. Yeah, that feels good.
Disengaging weapons restrictions. Take care, Sam.
Was hoping I'd get to see you. It's me. Don't act like you've forgotten. Well, you didn't think it was Igor, did you? Anyway, guess I better process that cargo of yours. Don't know if I've ever seen finer looking cargo. Thanks, man. I don't even know how... All right, it's time for you to do you know what.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
You're a real lifesaver, you know? I'm guessing you saw the Tar Lake out west of here, yeah? That's where the settlement known as Lakeside Fort Knott used to be. Whole place got wiped clean off the map by a void out. And since that day, the Tar's been eating away at this facility. Some weirdness with the currents, or at least that's what folks are saying. But the stuff you just brought me, I might just be able to keep the Tar corrosion at bay. Finally. I've shared some data with you as well. Feast your eyes on these grenade launcher and cargo catapult schematics, both new and improved designs. You'll find they're a damn sight better than stuff you used to use back in the UCA. Recently, folks living here have been talking about this group of guys in red they saw creeping around. Got something to do with Higgs, more likely than not. One more thing that's had us worried these days. But now that you're here, I think we can all finally take a breath. Before I forget, got a new suit design to give you as a gift. One favored by a prepper back in the UCAs, you may recall. Try it on for size, why don't you? It happened sometime after I arrived with one of the early expeditions. A giant BT showed up, made contact with residents, and boom, void out. Same old story. Massive void outs happen in the UCA too, remember? Or maybe you don't. Chiral network coverage was somehow unaffected, but unfortunately, thousands of people were caught in the explosion. And you know, every time this happens, I can't help but think about Igor. Well, the grenade launcher has been configured to fire MP shells. Human, mech, BT, doesn't matter. You can use it against all types of enemies. Now, the cargo catapult still does exactly what you'd expect. Lets you fling containers to the tops of mountains and whatnot. However, you can now also use catapults to launch certain throwable weapons as projectiles. After launching a payload, you can use a catapult pod's integrated camera to tweak trajectory and aim for a specific point of impact. It's a way of attacking targets in hostile areas from a good, safe distance. Pretty cool, right? This stuff will come in handy, I'm sure of it. Something like that. I suspect it was a squad of ghost mechs myself. I heard about you shutting down that weapons factory, but arms and ammo are still finding their ways into the hands of bad guys, aren't they? So Higgs is still stirring up trouble behind the scenes, I presume. We're attempting to develop methods to help folks put a stop to his activities. And the weapon data we shared with you is one of the products of our efforts. I tell you, a world where we don't need these damn things can't come soon enough. But on the bright side, we at least have some researchers who are based at Lakeside Fort Knott helping us out here. And if you're up for it, maybe you can help us with our work too. This is just how it went down back in the UCA. We think we were done for. Then the man who delivers shows up. Truth is, you're the reason I volunteered for the advanced expedition. The reason I was able to keep going. I figured if I did, I might get a chance to see you again. That BB pod you're carrying is different than I remember. Doesn't have my brother's keepsake attached anymore either. But hey, life's not just about things. Promise me you'll never forget Igor, Sam. He's gone, but he's still feels so close, you know? Sorry. We should probably talk about work. An order with your name on it just came in. A request from a guy not far from here who spends his days fishing in the tar. Come to think of it, I believe he's one of the precious few survivors of the Lakeside Fort Knot Void Out. It's filed under sub-orders on the delivery terminal here. Take a gander and see what you think. Right. I'll leave you to it. Keep on keeping on.
Fine work as always, Sam. Now come back to this ship and get some rest. Also, we've identified what may be a ghost mech outpost. I'd like you on standby. Your next order might be a dangerous one.
Order completed. Well done. Disengaging weapons restrictions. Take care, Sam.
Sam.
Yeah. Nice.
Sam, based on our latest assessment, we know where the ghost mech base can be found. When you're ready, access the D3 Magellan's delivery terminal and accept this main order. I'll brief you on the details after that.
were wearing my scarf. You were wearing my scarf.
You saw his face too, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
It was him, Neil Vanna, I'm certain of it. That clearly wasn't a memory of yours. Was it some thought of Lou's, lingering in the pod? Hold on. Lou was assigned BB-28 serial number 4 years ago, but Vanna died in a void out 11 years ago. It doesn't add up.
Meaning what? That it was his memory we just saw?
He and Lou must be connected. But how?
Sam, the data you secured for us at the weapons factory earlier has proven invaluable. With it, we were able to continue our investigation and succeed in locating fabricators with similar specifications. I'll brief you in depth as you review the map. Accept this main order from the delivery terminal in order to proceed. Okay, Sam. The facility we've identified is here. An abandoned factory south of the F5 East Distribution Center. There are operational fabricators inside. More than you had to deal with for the previous order, in fact. And to make matters worse, it seems these ones are configured to produce ghost mechs. Higgs is likely pulling the strings at this factory too. So with that in mind, your main objective is as follows. Eliminate both the ghost mech fabricators and any hostiles you encounter on site. In addition, each fabricator contains vital data that we need you to retrieve and deliver to the Magellan. By analyzing it, we hope to gain insight into Higgs's activities and future plans. Tarman will give you the device you'll need to extract the data before you head out. For now, consider the route you wish to take.
Sam, you'll need to take this ring terminal expansion device with you again. Make sure it's in your possession whenever you attempt to access a ghost mech fabricator on site. If you have it with you, it'll automatically extract data from the fabricator terminal while simultaneously destroying it. Once you've disabled all fabricators, return to the Magellan with the device and submit it for processing. We'll handle the analysis on our end like last time. Remember that it contains special components that can't be reproduced by printers. Take every precaution to ensure you don't break it.
I believe in you, Sam.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Sam, I've got a bad feeling about this. Like something seriously big is waiting for us. Stay on your guard and proceed with caution.
I see now. They build ghost mechs in this facility.
Sam, the ghost mech fabricators appear to have been activated. This could get very bad very quickly. We need to destroy them as soon as possible. There, one less fabricator to worry about. And we've secured its data too. There should be 3 fabricators remaining. Keep the ring terminal expansion device safe and proceed to the next one. move. Almost there. Just one more fabricator to go. Fabricators have been rendered inoperable, and we've extracted invaluable data as well. We just need to mop up the remaining ghost mechs. Nice. All ghost mechs and fabricators have been destroyed. All that remains is to take the ring terminal expansion device with the extracted data back to the DHV Magellan for processing.
It's good to have you back, Sam. Now, let's take a look at the cargo you've brought us. This cargo is in perfect condition. Great job. Tarman should have no trouble analyzing this.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Our analysis of the data you extracted for us has yielded detailed records of deliveries to the factory. It seems both the materials used to manufacture those ghost mechs and the routes used to transport said materials were the same as those utilized by APAC. This indicates that APAC was likely involved in the production of these mechs.
Wait, could this possibly mean that Higgs and APAC are working together? We should watch what we say around the President.
We'll need to proceed carefully with our investigation. If APAC and the President did indeed have a hand in these activities, the security of our operations is entirely compromised. One more thing, Sam. Some of the data we received concerned ghost mechs outfitted with rocket launchers. I realize you didn't encounter this type within the factory, but it's possible Higgs may have already deployed them elsewhere. We need to prepare countermeasures for the DHV Magellan with all due haste. There's a specialist who can help us in South Fort Knott, just beyond this mountain. Putting F6 on the grid is one of our objectives anyway. For now, we'll make preparations in an effort to secure his cooperation. You should head to your private room and try to get some rest before your next order is ready. And Sam, good work.
Sam, this is Charlie. Another assignment is now available for processing. Pick up this main order by accessing the delivery terminal at the F5 East Distribution Center.
Hi, Sam.
Good evening, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Oh, hey there, Sam. Really glad you could make it. Now, your next main order is ready and waiting, but I should mention there are some special considerations. For one, the cargo container will start leaking toxic gas if it's damaged. This run is gonna involve a hard trek up some snowy mountains, too. So make sure you're well and truly prepared before heading out. Now, the adventurer you're delivering to travels the continent to try and solve the mysteries of the Death Stranding. You gotta respect a man putting in that much work. The cargo you'll be taking him is related to his latest investigations, or so I hear. I'd appreciate it if you helped out, not just with this order, but any future ones as well. Don't let us down, Sam.
This cargo has been designated hazardous. The container encasing the cargo may release noxious gases if damaged significantly.
Vehicle ready. Please drive carefully. Order accepted. Thank you.
Do you have a moment, Sam? I was wondering if you'd noticed Hartman doing anything strange lately. Sending odd mails, sleepwalking. You know I'm not the kind of person who enjoys spying on her colleagues. But when I finally decided to check the surveillance cameras, there he was, wandering around at night. If you see anything out of the ordinary, don't hesitate to contact me.
Accepted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted.
Hello, and thank you for stopping by. You've brought something for my father, right? Sorry, I'm afraid he's not here at the moment. Can't say I know what value this cargo has, but I can assess its condition in his absence. This is in perfect condition. The old man will be singing your praises.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
You came to connect us to the chiral network. And I'm certain he's still alive, and since no one else has taken on the order as of yet, I hope you'll at least consider it.
Sounds like we've got an emergency on our hands. You can accept the order by accessing this...
Order accepted. Thank you.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Fuck this. Okay.
So the adventurer was in this area when he last made contact with his son. See any sign of him, Sam?
use a quick breather.
I second that.
Okay. Fuck this.
Oh boy, that must hurt.
That's it. Everything's okay.
Close. Just like that, Sam.
Enough already. Don't look down. Get it.
Are you okay, Sam?
Eyes open, dumbass. Fuck me.
What do we have here, Sam? What a relief. He's still breathing. You can put him in a protective bag and carry him home.
You know, he looks familiar somehow. Didn't we save this man once before?
Right then. Let's hurry and take him to his shelter.
Fuck.
Good day, Sam.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Oh, I knew I was right to trust you. Thank you for finding him. I need to assess his condition right away. Please wait. He's doing better than I expected, actually. Should be back to normal with a good night's sleep. You've been a true friend to my father. My father said it's okay, so you can go ahead and connect us to the chiral network.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
Connection confirmed. Seems to be working fine. Thanks for that. I'll have my father take a look at the cargo you brought me a little while back. But knowing him, he might vanish the moment I turn around. People have given him a nickname. The Adventurer. He takes it a bit too far sometimes, but it's not like he would stop if I asked him to. Anyway, as my way of saying thanks for tracking him down, I've shared a schematic for climbing power gloves with you. They can help you climb steep slopes and grab cargo more easily. But don't take my word for it. Try them on for size and you'll see. They strengthen and enhance all movements you perform with your arms when worn. They make climbing steep hills less taxing. Even the simple act of picking up cargo is faster and smoother. You can also use them to draw cargo towards you from a short distance away, so you can grab it. They help you punch harder as well and keep your balance more easily. My father told me that he came up with the whole concept with the help of some people he met on one of his journeys. Said it was based on some stranded cargo or something, I think. I'm afraid I don't know much more than that, but I do know my father absolutely swears by them. Yeah, he disappears without warning and comes back with just as little fanfare. And there are times like this where he doesn't come back at all. That's why I have to impose on people like you to go and rescue him. One day you'll understand, he tells me, like that's supposed to make it okay somehow. Thank you again for bringing him home. Good luck and safe travels.
Much appreciated, Sam. You should get plenty of rest. Frostbite can be serious. We have to make sure you're not showing signs. Another thing, we need to talk about Hartman's situation. Come and see me when you get back to the DHV Magellan.
Order completed. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Hey, Sam. Long time no see. It's me, your old pal, Dead Man.
Dead man.
Sorry if I gave you a scare. While Hartman is off conducting his near-death excursions, I am borrowing his body. My soul is normally confined to the beach, but for 3 minutes, I get to be here.
How's that possible?
Because he has my heart.
You're telling me that's...
My parting gift to Hartman, yes. Per his request, I bequeathed it before departing on my one-way trip to the beach. He put so much stress on his own that it had grown quite weak. If and when it failed, mine was meant to serve as insurance. But as you can see, he appears to have become rather attached to my heart. His finger never far from the proverbial on switch. Which is why I've been able to assume control of his body. Come here. It's good to see you, Sam. I told you in Mexico that someone had falsified BB-28's records. But in truth, it was yours truly. My intention was to leave no trace of a second BB-28 or of Lou. I wanted you to be free to live your lives, unburdened by the past. But then, well, everything changed, didn't it? You lost Lou, and needed answers to make sense of it all. So, I decided to access the network servers from within the beach. Security isn't as strict over there as it is here, you see.
So that was you?
That's right. I am the one who dug up the information about Lou's past. Your very own Hartman was me all along.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Sam. What's going on? And where are we?
Sam. Poor Hartman here is understandably confused. If you give us a moment alone, I'll explain things to him.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've apprised Hartman of the situation. It's not unlike my own experience. A soul finds itself in a puppet and then acts as a puppeteer. One's ka can reside in any vessel to which one has a strong attachment. Human ha or inanimate object. It makes no difference.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received an emergency distress call from the Eastern Environmental Observatory. I urge you to access the Adventurer's delivery terminal and pick up this main order immediately.
That's Tarman's son. He must have placed a photograph in here for safekeeping. This is an important memento. Why don't we go and take it to him?
I found this picture in your book. Is this your son? Thank you. Yes. He's still out there somewhere, borne along on the currents, with this right hand of mine. It's due to my connection with said missing piece that I can read the movements of the tar. Something akin to a phantom pain. Do you want to hear the story? Sure. I was both a medical doctor and a geophysics researcher once upon a time. In those days, the tar currents were a key focus of mine. This ship was originally built to facilitate my studies, in fact. The deep tar hunting vessel Magellan, we named it. A ship perfectly suited to pursuing the creatures that thrive in the tar's depths. Another avenue of research, you might say. We called them chiral mammals, for lack of a better name. Seemed like the closest fit. Reckoned if we caught one, we could figure out all the mysteries. The tar, the tides, hell, maybe even the stranding.
Whoa, she's a big one.
Dip yourself in, son.
Tar's looking calm. I'll be fine, Pop. You seeing this? I think she's pregnant. Hey, Pop. This is weird.
Storm! And just like that, the tar took my boy, and my hand along with him. At first, I thought this little guy was my son reborn.
If I may ask a question, the hunters that attacked you after you caught the chiral mammal, are you sure they came from within the creature's womb?
Yes. That said, I'm not of the opinion that the hunters were its offspring.
Its womb merely served as a gateway to the other side.
Indeed. The tar and the beach are connected.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Take care.
Who calls for comfort?
Fuck this.
I decide to live along the road, my little forest home.
Cargo is nearly ruined, Sam. Proceed with the utmost caution.
So that's the place, huh?
Let's take 5.
Sure.
Oh. Hey. You actually made it here, huh? Or am I just imagining things? Right. Now check that cargo of yours. Looks to be on the halfway decent side, I'd say. Much obliged for the gentle touch. Well, hot damn, I thought this cargo was lost for good. I'll take excellent care of it. Truth be told, been waiting a long time for this moment. But I always knew you'd come my way. Go ahead and use your Cupid to get me online.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
All right. Connected to the network. Which means I can finally start fixing up this observatory. In case you haven't heard, we've been seeing an increase in chiral density in every region as the network has expanded. More instances of strange phenomena outside network coverage, too. And I've been told this is indicative of plate gate emergence. You know, after being alone all this time, I wasn't sure I'd be able to stay the course. Till you arrived with that life-saving cargo. Should be all set to hold down the fort now. Not exactly a one-man job, but I'll do my team proud. Oh, I've shared schematics for an oxygen mask with you. I'll help you stay active in areas where the air's thin. Personally, I'd recommend you wear one at all times when you're in my neck of the woods. Tar current fluctuations and whatnot. Mostly in the eastern part of the continent and elevated regions. Going forward, I'll also be paying very close attention to signs of plate gate emergence. Unfortunately, the chiral cloud layer has been gradually descending ever since I got here. Everyone was suffering from exposure, and I'm the only one who stuck around. You're the first friendly face that I've seen in a minute. You know, at high altitudes, on mountains, like this one, for example. And if you climb above the cloud layer, you've got even less oxygen to breathe.
saps your energy even if you're not doing anything strenuous. Over time, you'll cover less distance and be at increased risk of slipping and falling. It's a good idea to wear your oxygen mask to help you stay strong and sharp. Mother Nature won't show you any mercy around these parts. The biting cold and steep slopes will slow you down, or stop your progress altogether. Now would be a good time to make sure that you're fully prepared for the journey ahead. By the way, the aeronautical engineer who lives northwest of here just posted a sub-order for you. Seems something at the Ghost Mech factory's got him all hot and bothered. Help him out and he might hook you up with some useful gear. In any case, I hope you'll come visit me here again sometime. I understand it's a lot to ask folks to make the trip on a regular basis. But that's why I'm hoping I can offer you stuff that'll be of use in hazardous conditions like these. Keep on keeping on, man. And thanks again for all your help.
This is the President, Sam. Chiral network coverage has just passed the 75% milestone here in Australia. The next leg of your journey will take you to the southern part of the continent. Once the remaining regions have been integrated into the network, the manifestation of a new plate gate is all but guaranteed. Marshal your strength to overcome the final hurdles and make this continent whole again. We're all counting on you.
Sam, Rainey's not doing so great. It might be more of a mental than a physical issue, but I'm honestly not sure. Do you remember the doctor from the Motherhood? We think she should be able to help ease Rainey's anxieties. It was Tommen's idea. We already reached out, and she said we could come visit anytime. Since the Motherhood's within the Chiron network, we can use the Magellan to travel there. Once you've made it back to the ship, just head to your private room and settle in. You can use the trip to catch up on sleep. But if there's anything you need to take care of before we depart, now would be the time to do so.
Sam, I'm contacting you via a different protocol. This private mode affords me a direct connection to you alone. It seems Drawbridge has reason to suspect that APAC may have been involved in the production of ghost mechs. This possibility concerned me as well, so I conducted my own investigation and reaffirmed that APAC's underlying technologies are iterations of an older Bridges framework. What I'm getting at, Sam, is that the guilty party is not APAC, but Bridges. Which is to say, the UCA may also have some involvement with ghost mech production. This would perhaps explain why firearms and other weapons have become commonplace on the Australian continent. The UCA's precursor, the United States of America, had a prominent gun culture. Though Americans first took up arms to liberate themselves from British colonial rule, they retained the right to bear arms so that they might defend themselves against future government tyranny. APAC has no such designs, of course, but Higgs has used factories to obtain weapons in an attempt to subjugate the continent through violent action. And so, the people of Australia have, in response, been forced to take up arms in self-defense. A distinctly American philosophy, and one which would appear to have spread to this continent. The more we seek to unite the people with metaphorical ropes, the more essential sticks seem to become. This particular situation is one that I feared might come to pass, which is precisely why I determined that it must not be the UCA, but a civilian organization which takes the lead in expanding chiral infrastructure. But if the UCA is indeed somehow implicated in these events, it may dramatically alter the calculus. I realize it must be vexing not knowing what to believe, Sam. Should I learn more, I'll contact you at once. For my part, I have a favor to ask. I must insist you not disclose that we've been in direct contact. There's no telling who may be involved with what at this stage.
Order completed. Well done.
Good to have you around, Sam.
weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Sam. The DH-3 Magellan is currently docked near the Motherhood shelter. An escort arrived a little while ago to take Rainey inside. The doctor has requested to see you as well. Head on over whenever you feel ready.
Snow. Huh.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Close your eyes. It's okay. You can trust me. It's a healthy baby girl. beautiful. She certainly is. Okay, coming up on 3 minutes. Someone needs to go home. Okay.
Are those waves?
Yes, they are. Your womb is connected to a beach. Now, open your eyes. Rainey, the child you're carrying is not dead. It's just that time has stopped in your womb. Your daughter and her mother are in perfect health.
But there's still no treatment, is there?
When the balance between our world and the beach is finally restored, you will give birth. There's nothing to worry about. Come on. All in due time. So wait and have faith that you and your child will be fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What about you?
Someday I'll have a son, but until then I get to see him once a month. It'll all work out.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Sorry, but would it be all right if I took another look at your pod?
Give me 1 second.
Okay, I'll head back first.
The thing is, when I did my examination on your pod, I got the strangest feeling. The BB in that pod was there far longer than any typical BB. I'd like to check your pod's production number. If it's an official model, it'll have one inscribed on it.
I can tell you right now, there's no number written on it.
No, it wouldn't be on the outside. It would be inscribed on the inner wall. Now, you can't open a pod without endangering the BB's life, but there is a way that we can peek inside. See? Right there. See, a pod's production number is a record of when the occupant was transferred from the still mother's womb. Sort of like a BB's date of birth.
Impossible. 11 years ago. On the very same day as the Void Out.
Lou's date of birth was 11 years ago.
And not just that, the serial number is BB00, which would make Lou one of the first test subjects.
Yeah, that would appear to be the case, yes.
If we scour the archives for any mention of BB00, there's a chance we might learn more about Lou's past.
You really should try and put this behind you. And digging up the past won't help.
I think it's time we return to the DHV Magellan.
You know, Sam, seeing as you've come so very far, you should take a moment to see to any unfinished business before you commit to new obligations.
Thank you.
In the place where I came from, no one gave birth to babies. They just stayed inside their mother's bellies.
Well, in our world, babies are born and grow up to be adults. Or at least they're supposed to.
It's only natural that Tamara wouldn't understand. After all, she was living in a realm of the dead. I wouldn't expect children to be born into such a place.
But Rainey's baby will be born, right?
In due time, of course. Isn't that so?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Raindrops are falling on my head. And just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit.
Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun.
Oh, that was terrible.
I thought it was pretty good, actually.
So you'll be a mother who gives birth to her baby.
Mm-hmm. And I just can't wait.
Talk about terrible, Sam. I've heard dogs with better tones.